Okay, I just keep getting noise. I get car noise, and this refrigerator just turned on. And anyway, we're gonna make the video. We're gonna show you some ice cream. Why not? Hey, life's not perfect. Neither am I. It's not a perfect cooking situation here. Well, actually, it's pretty good for cooking. It's just not good for filming. They didn't design the room that way. Anyway, let's get rolling. We'll talk about our ingredients, what we need for our custard, because I'm doing a custard style ice cream. I have 2 cups of cream. I need heavy cream because I have this watery mixture from the strawberries. If you weren't adding so much strawberry liquid, you could do 3 cups of milk if you wanted to for a lighter, more healthy ice cream, or less of that heavy cream flavor. But anyway, it does have the strawberry to break that up. I've got 6 egg yolks, because egg yolks are what's going to make the custard thick. I separated out the whites. You can save those, mix them into your scrambled eggs or omelets or whatever. They're really good. Or you can make an egg white omelet. Tell your friends you're being healthy. Just don't tell them you use the yolks for ice cream. That's between us. I've got 2/3 cup of sugar. Now this sugar is for sweetening up the custard. Remember, we put some sugar in the strawberries. So anyway, let me get the camera moved over and we'll start making our custard. I'm not gonna get you a good view of what's going on with the cooking. It's just not an ideal situation for that. Anyway, let's get started. So anyway, I've got my cream and my sugar in the pan, and I'm heating this up on a low temperature. I'm doing it nice and slow, and I'm gonna stir it, and I'm gonna dissolve the sugar. And then when I dissolve the sugar, then I'm gonna start mixing that in with my egg mixture. So my sugar has melted into my milk, or my heavy cream. The mixture is not really hot, but I want to put some of this mixture into the egg yolks. And then we're going to whisk this up, and it's going to kind of bring our egg yolks to temperature. If you get this too hot, you need to be very careful. Do a little bit at a time, but where we're at right now, we're fine. And then we're going to add this over to our other pot. Let me readjust my camera. So we've got our eggs kind of whisked up a little bit with a little bit of that milk. Or egg yolks, not eggs. And we're going to mix this and heat it up. Now if I had a thermometer, I would want to take this to 170 degrees, because then that makes it safe. But that's just below boiling, or there should be no bubbles. When you start to see steam come off of it, you know you're pretty much there. Then you can do the test of running your fork and see if it leaves a trail or something. I'll show you that here in a minute. Anyway, let me turn this up and I'll be back. Our mixture is starting to steam, so we're going to turn that off. Now what I'm going to show you here, you take this, you run it through, and it should leave a track like that. Now we're gonna taste the mixture, make sure it's sweet. Yeah, it needs to be overly sweet at this point, because whenever you're tasting the ice cream, it will not taste as sweet. Now I have to let this cool down. My strawberry mixture is already cooling down. Everything has to be nice and cold before I put it into the ice cream maker. Since we're making strawberry ice cream, I guess I'm gonna need some strawberries. I want about 1 cup of blended strawberries whenever I get done. So it means I gotta have a few more than that to get started. Now, I'm gonna need some lemon juice, but not seeds. Now that I got the seed out of there, we're gonna put the rest of our lemon juice in there. Put this out of the way. We're going to put about 1 tablespoon of sugar in here to help sweeten the strawberries. These aren't real sweet. If they were really sweet, I wouldn't have to do that. Oops. I want to put a nice pinch of salt. It just kind of helps round out the flavor. We're going to take our blender. I don't have the blender that you put everything in on the counter. Anyway. we go. That's about a cup. It's still got some pieces. I don't want to blend it till it's completely done. I do want to leave some pieces in there. So anyway, that's ready. And I still have a couple strawberries left. So our mixture has cooled down just a little bit. I don't want to do this when it's really hot. But before I put it in the refrigerator, I want to strain my custard mixture. That way any little pieces of egg white and stuff like that will catch that. Any piece of yolk that's scrambled will catch it. Just got a little strainer right here. I mean, this is a real complicated procedure. We're just going to pour this through. We'll catch most of it. There we go. Now see all those bits and pieces and stuff? That's the stuff that we don't want on our ice cream. Anyway, I'm going to put this in the refrigerator until it gets nice and cold, and the strawberry mixture is already in there. So let's talk about the ice cream maker, the parts. This is just the body, it holds things. This little thing here is to help you remove the piece that goes in here. Make sure I'm in the camera. Yep. Now I'm going to get that out of the freezer. You have to put it into the freezer at least 12 hours ahead of time so that it gets good and cold. This one's been in here a couple of days. This thing here, and drop it in. It says don't touch this if your hands are wet. It's kind of like, you know, don't put your tongue to a frozen flagpole kind of thing. At the top, this is the motor, and it goes into here. There we go. It clicks in. And you've got this little piece right here. It goes down. This is the paddle. Put that on like that. Now we're ready for our custard. So our custard's cold. Our strawberry mixture's cold. We're going to put this into our cold pan. Put our strawberry mixture in there. Got some nice chunks of strawberries. Put this on here. Turn our timer. We're going to set it for 30 minutes. And if it stops while it's making, that means it has gotten cold enough and frozen enough that it's done. So if it stops, just turn it off. That's all you got to do. We're about 20 minutes into this. The ice cream's getting cold, so it's starting to expand. I mean, it's really expanding a lot. It's getting nice and thick. One thing you probably notice, this machine is kind of loud. It's a little aggravating, I guess you could say. Not extremely loud, not like, you know, a blender or something, but it's just sitting there droning on, making noise. It's got about 2 or 3 minutes left on the timer, but the way that's coming up, I'm thinking that's good enough. I'm also thinking that's all it's going to get. Anyway, that's strawberry ice cream. It's a little thin right now. Man, that is good. It's not too sweet. It's definitely strawberry, but it is thin. It's not frozen yet. So if you want it thicker, you'll have to put it into the freezer. What I'm going to do is I want a little bit of this for right now. Making a mess. There we go. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to take the rest of this and I'm going to put it in the freezer. And it needs about an hour or 2 hours in the freezer, but I'm basically going to be, I need it for tomorrow. So now this is the ice cream after it's been sitting overnight in a freezer to firm up. It probably took about 2 hours. I kind of played with it after about an hour, and the outside had firmed up pretty good, but the inside was still pretty soft. Now the soft ice cream I had yesterday, that was still pretty good. But anyway, now the instruction book tells you not to use metal in this thing. It says if you use metal in there, you may scratch it. So keep that in mind. Oh boy. Look at that hunk of strawberry kind of frozen. Yeah. Anyway, I don't know why I'm bothering with the cone. I prefer mine out of a bowl. Anyway, it's quite a bit different filming with this setup. Normally I have a different camera, I've got lights and all this other stuff, but this is like a temporary setting, so let's just say it's quite the challenge to keep up. Anyway, how's our ice cream? The ice cream's good, it's creamy, but I've got too big of hunks of strawberry in there because it's like big frozen hunks. I thought it'd be cool to have some nice hunks in there. Not really. Anyway. But the ice cream itself is fantastic. Anyway, ice cream maker. Excuse me. The ice cream maker itself, I like it. Now there are some good things. It was pretty easy to clean. I've made a couple different batches of ice cream. It's been easy to clean every time. Not really any issues there. They do warn you not to use metal utensils or you could scratch the thing. You have to remember ahead of time to put the thing in the freezer, but pretty much when I start reading about all of them, you got to do that. It is a little loud when it's sitting there making ice cream, and so you got about 25 to 30 minutes you got to listen to that thing. But just plan ahead on all this stuff and it'll be fine. It makes good ice cream. What else do you want from an ice cream maker?